Hey everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the Pickln Alecto. So Vino, what are your initial thoughts on the Alecto?
So just to start off with, Pickln has done some really good paddles. We did a review on both of these paddles, Pickln, the Picnic Pro. If you want a short handle, wide body, phenomenal paddle. Yeah. So also with the Helios, awesome paddles, right? Both were awesome. Phenomenal paddles. So they have now come up with the Kevlar paddles. The green one is a Kevlar carbon mix, whereas the blue one is a pure Kevlar. And with these paddles, 50% of all their purchase is going to charity. So awesome job. We love people, helping charities. So thank you so much for that. Overall, nice. I like this green look. First paddle that I've seen like fully green, including the surface as well. The blue is very nice. All their branding is very good. Overall, the paddles are nice. You want to talk a little bit about the grip, or we want to touch on that a bit?
Yeah, the grip on both of them, you definitely feel like it's pronounced. You definitely feel it coming
compared
out.
to,
especially compared to their earlier ones. These were a little more of a mushy feel. Again, it goes to preference. That's not to sound bad.
No.
But a little thinner as well.
Yeah.
Not on the crazy thin side, but overall it is a nice wrap that comes on the original paddle. So I do like the handle that they provide.
Where would you categorize both these paddles?
Yeah, so both of these, regardless of the surface, I would throw into the control category. Without a doubt, right? Both of them, I mean, that was the best part about both of them.
I think there are other paddles that we have compared where it's similar shape, specs, everything like that. We'll put the specs on both of these out there. But the one that has the Kevlar carbon has a little bit more power. The Kevlar has a little bit, the 100% Kevlar has a little bit more control. As far as this, it was...
Yeah,
I could separate.
Yeah,
but
yeah. For us, I mean, in terms of the control, and not to jump the gun on power, but I mean, they played identical for us.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't. It took some time to, really trying to figure out any difference, but they played absolutely identical.
Yeah, and so lots of the time, I intentionally don't tell Ryan the specs.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, it messes with your head, right? So when he usually plays, he does not know the specs at all, and gets properties and stuff like that. So it was very identical.
Yeah.
Let's go to control then.
Yeah. So again, with the control these were very I'd say it's kind of like a dampening paddle. That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
Where it doesn't come off with a lot of force, making it, I think, ideal for that control shot, hitting your drops. Hitting your dinks, keeping it close to the net. The way I'd characterize both of these paddles, again, is it's a control paddle that has, again, it's not a lot of pop at all. It comes off very soft. It has a dampened feel. But what's rare is that it doesn't have a lot of dwell.
Yes.
So it's a really interesting mix that you don't find a lot. It kind of reminds me of when we tried out Gherkin's paddles.
Yes. Yep.
Where those didn't have a ton of dwell either, but it had still a different soft feel to it.
Exactly.
That we called those all control paddles as well. That's exactly what these reminded me of.
And also something that it kind of plays true to its weight. So both of these measured around the 8.2. It felt like an 8.2.
Yes.
There are some pedals where it is not too head heavy. It's well balanced. Get what I mean? It feels very light in your hand. It feels heavy, right? When you're hitting, you feel that power, the plow on it. So if you are coming from like a racket sport and you want that feel to it, this is definitely a paddle to check out. So let's go to the power side of it. How did you feel the power on this was?
So again, both of their other two paddles in the earlier lineup, these are going to give you much more power. So if that's what you're looking for from this brand, I would stick to these guys.
Yes.
Again, I called it control paddle for a reason. It had some power. To be more specific, the pop, it was very low on the pop.
Yes.
So if you're looking for if you're someone that I think has the mistake of popping the ball too much, this might help you with forgiving that.
Right.
But if you're a banger, again, hitting lots of drives, I'd look elsewhere for paddles.
Right.
That's not where it shines.
I would even look at this. In their series. So spin.
So the spin on both of these, I mean, it got a decent amount of spin. Again, the same thing with the surface. I couldn't tell a difference in the surface. They both got a good amount of spin on them, but it wasn't at that S tier of some paddles.
And it's funny, when I measured both, actually, initially I thought it's the same paddle. This comes at, so this is the green one, which is a mix. This comes at 116 twist weight of 6.6. That one comes at 114 twist weight of 6.6.
Yep.
So very similar as far as the specs go. Like those 2 points, I would even pronounce it to even human error. Adaptability. Can someone pick this and play? Who would you say would be a good fit for this kind of a paddle?
Yeah, so I mean, again, adaptability, it goes into what you're used to. For myself, I wasn't used to this type of paddle, so it took me a little longer to get used to, but again, the sweet spot on both of these are still, you know, relatively forgiving, and I think most people can make it work.
Yep.
Who the paddle's for is, again, it's that really unique characteristic, I'm gonna say it again, is that it has like little dwell, but it's a control paddle. So if you're somebody that plays a soft game, but you, again, it always goes to preference. If you don't like the way a ball feels sitting on it for a long time, but you still want something that hits soft and is good for hitting your third shot drops, that's who this would shine for. I think it's a smaller target audience, but there's not a lot of options there, and that's who I think this would shine.
It definitely fills a gap. I mean, on their side, they say the plushiest affordable paddle. It goes for about 120, which I think for a Kevlar mix or a Kevlar paddle, that's generous. We have our codes as well that'll get you a little bit more discount. So really great paddle, check them out. You want to try it, reach out to us. Please subscribe. That's how we love growing this channel. We want to keep doing giveaways as well. So the more subscribers we get, we want to do more giveaways. Comment, we love hearing from you, and hope to see you in another paddle review.